Good morning, students. Today we will be discussing the new chapter, current electricity. In this chapter, mainly we are discussing about the dynamics of the charges. Let us see what is current electricity. Current electricity is the branch of physics which deals with the motion of charges. How it is? That deals with the motion of charges, that branch we are calling current electricity. Current electricity is a branch of physics. It is the branch of physics. Branch of physics. Branch of physics which deals with dynamics of charges. Dynamics of charges. Dynamics of charges. Students, in the last chapter electrostatics, only we were discussing about when the charges are at rest, what are the properties of charges. Now in this chapter, mainly we are discussing about the dynamics of the charges. I mean, when charges are in motion, what phenomena are created. Let us see one by one. When charges are in motion, which phenomena are created. First concept is electric current. Electric current. Electric current. Students, in metallic conductors such as copper, silver, gold, aluminium, etc., the electrons in the outermost orbits are loosely bounded to the respective atoms, and those electrons are called as free electrons, or those electrons are called as conduction electrons. These conduction electrons in metallic conductors, they move randomly everywhere in all possible directions. How they move? They move randomly, and how the gas molecule moving in atmosphere, in that fashion all the free electrons available in the conductor, they are moving randomly everywhere inside the conductor. How the situation is there? Let us take first of all a metallic conductor. Shall we take? It is a metallic conductor. In this metallic conductor, so many free electrons are available. So many free electrons. How they are? Remember, these are nothing but the free electrons in a metallic conductor. These free electrons we are calling conduction electrons or free electrons. How they move? These free electrons move randomly everywhere inside the conductor. Inside the conductor they move everywhere. Everywhere they move. As a result, number of electrons moving in one direction must be equal to number of electrons moving in another direction. As a result, no electric current is possible. But when a potential difference is applied to conductor, all the electrons move opposite to direction of electric field. How the situation becomes? Shall we take? So let us take this conductor. To this conductor, we want to apply a potential difference. How it is? Again, I will take conductor. This is the metallic conductor. To this metallic conductor, I want to apply a potential difference. We want to apply the potential difference. This is the potential difference. V is the potential difference across the end of the conductor. When potential difference is applied to conductor, an electric field is set up at every point in the conductor. Electric field is set up. This electric field exerts force on the charge in such a way that all the electrons available in this conductor moves opposite to direction of electric field. How the charges are moving? In presence of this electric field, whatever free electrons are moving inside the conductor, in absence of electric field, all those free electrons, they move like this. They move like this. These are nothing but the free electrons. When electrons are moving inside the conductor, it constitutes the current. Here, what is electric current? Electric current is the number of charges flowing through any cross section of the conductor in 1 second. What is electric current? The number of charges flowing through any cross section of conductor in 1 second. That we are calling electric current, or simply electric current is the rate of flow of charge. By what rate charges are flowing inside the conductor in presence of electric field, that quantity we are calling electric current. How to say? Electric current simply it is the rate of flow of charge. Rate of flow of charge. Or controlling like this also. Rate of flow of charge. Rate of flow of charge that we are calling electric current. I mean, in 1 second, how much number of electrons are crossing at any point in the conductor? That we are calling electric current. But students, this electric current either it may be steady electric current or instantaneous electric current. What it is? This current may be steady current. The current is said to be steady if the rate of flow of charges remains same with the time. I mean, the rate of flow of charges does not changes with the time. That current we are calling steady current. See here, what to call the steady current? The current is said to be steady if the rate of flow of charges remains same with the time. I mean, how much number of atomic charges are moving inside the conductor? Those charges does not changes as the passage of time. I say that the rate of flow of charges remains same with the time. Then graphically, how to show the steady current here? In this case, steady current can be represented like this. Here, along x-axis we will take the time, and along y-axis we will take the current. Current means rate of flow of charges. If the rate of flow of charges remains same with the time, this current we are calling steady current. This current we are calling steady current. But this electric current we can call instantaneous electric current or instantaneous current. The current is said to be instantaneous if the rate of flow of charges changes with the time. I mean, as the time goes on, the rate of flow of charges must be changed. That current we are calling instantaneous current. See here, instantaneous current. Instantaneous current. How it is? If the rate of flow of charges changes with the time, the small amount of charges flowing in the time interval dt. I mean, in conductor, here number of charges flowing will be changes with the time. Graphically, how to show instantaneous current? Look at me. Like this. This is the current. Then what they are calling? This is the current. Rate of flow of charges changes with the time. How they can be changes? Either the rate of flow of charges can be changes like this. How it is? The current changes. Current changes means rate of flow of charges must be changed. Or the possibility may be like this also. Okay, what happens? The number of charges flowing inside the conductor that changes with the time. This current we are calling instantaneous current. Then students, how to take the direction of flowing of the current? That is convention of electric current in the conductor. That we will see. See here what we said. When potential difference is applied to the conductor, all the electrons moving opposite to direction of electric field, as a result, charges are flowing in the conductor. When charges are flowing in the conductor, it is responsible for electric current. Let us see how to take the direction of current here. How to take the direction of current. That is convention of direction of current. Convention of direction of current. Look at it. See here, shall we take? Let us see the direction of electric current. Look at this students. Again we will take the conductor. This is the conductor of uniform cross section or non-uniform cross section, doesn't matter. This is the conductor. When potential difference is applied to this conductor, this is the potential difference. Potential difference is applied to conductor. What happens? When potential difference is applied to conductor, electric field is set up. Electric field is set up. As a result, whatever free electrons present in this conductor, all those free electrons moving opposite to direction of electric field. When charges are moving, electric current is possible. Ampere put forward the direction of convention of electric current. By convention, he assumed that the direction of electric current is the direction in which positive charges are moving. What is the direction of current here by convention? By convention, the direction of electric current is the direction in which positive charges are moving. But in the conductor, no positive charges are moving. Then what to assume here? In conductor, we assume that the number of negative charges moving in one direction equal to number of positive charges moving in opposite direction. Just make the assumption. Because in conductor, no positive charges are moving. Then how to take? We assume that if negative charges are moving like this, then number of positive charges are moving in this direction. By convention, how to take the direction of current? The direction of current is the direction in which positive charges are moving. This is the direction of current. I mean, the direction of current in the metallic conductor is opposite to direction of motion of electrons. But this is only in conductors. But in electrolytes, both the positive and negative charges are charge carriers. In metals, what happened? In metals, only electrons are the charge carriers. But in electrolytes, both the positive and negative ions are the charge carriers. Then how to take the direction of current? Direction of current is the direction in which positive charges are moving. Similarly, in the insulators. In the insulators, when a high electric field is applied or high electromagnetic radiations are passing, the gases get ionized. In similar way, their positive and negative charges are separated. During the motion of the positive charges, we are taking the direction of electric current there. Similarly, in the semiconductors, how to take? In semiconductor, the charge carriers are nothing but the electrons and holes. There, the direction of current is due to the motion of in which direction holes are moving. That is the different case. Let us discuss our restriction only to the conductor. In conductor, how to take? In conductor, the direction of electric current. Direction of electric current is the direction in which positive charges are moving. I mean, in metallic conductors, the direction of electric current is opposite to direction of motion of electrons. Then let us discuss, students, whether this current is a scalar or vector. See here, how to take the magnitude of direction of current? The magnitude of the current can be written rate of flow of charge. Rate of flow of charge. Magnitude of the electric current can be calculated by this formula. Then what about the direction? The direction of the electric current is the direction in which positive charges are moving. Right thing. This electric current has both magnitude and direction. Electric current has both magnitude and direction. Even though this electric current is not a vector quantity, this electric current is a scalar quantity. How it is? Electric current is a scalar quantity. Electric current has both magnitude and direction, even though why we are calling it a scalar quantity. Current is a scalar quantity because current does not act like vectors. I mean, the current does not obey the laws of vectors. For example, see right here a wire. This is the wire. This is the wire, right? In this wire, how much current is flowing? I amount of current is flowing, right? Here current divides. Remember, current is I1, and what about this current? This current is I1, right? Simply, the current is added by simple algebra. What is the total current here? Total current I equal to how much? I equal to I1 plus I2. But it does not obey the laws of vectors. How it is? Does not obey. I mean, if it is I1 this side, what about resultant? This must be the resultant. What is the resultant value? I equal to under root of I1 square plus I2 square plus 2 I1 I2 cos theta. Right? According to laws of vector. But current does not added according to laws of vector because here charge is a scalar quantity. If charge is a scalar quantity, definitely electric current also a scalar quantity. I mean, this electric current has both magnitude and direction, even though this electric current is a scalar quantity because it does not obey the law of vectors. Right thing? Then, how to take the SI unit of the electric current? Let us take the formula here. What is the formula for electric current? Electric current is the rate of flow of charges. Rate of flow of charges. Actually, SI unit is coulomb per second. SI unit is coulomb per second, but we are not taking coulomb per second. In the honor of the scientist Ampere, the SI unit of electric current, SI unit of electric current is measured in terms of ampere, not coulomb per second. Then from this you can define coulomb, you can define ampere. How to define ampere? See here. If the case 1 coulomb of charge is flowing in the conductor in 1 second. In 1 second. If Q equal to 1 coulomb, T is equal to 1 second, then what is current? Current is said to be 1 ampere. Current is said to be 1 ampere. How to define ampere here? Definition of ampere. The electric current is said to be 1 ampere if 1 coulomb of charges flowing through any cross section of conductor in 1 second. Are you following me? What I said? Electric current is said to be 1 ampere if 1 coulomb of charges flowing through any cross section of conductor in 1 second. This is the definition of ampere. Then let us see, students. This electric current is the microscopic quantity or macroscopic quantity. Let us discuss. Already I said that electric current is the number of charges flowing through any cross section of conductor in 1 second. Electric current is the characteristic property of the whole conductor. Electric current is a characteristic property of the whole conductor. Now the characteristic property of within a point is the conductor. I mean, the electric current is the same for different area cross section of in a conductor. For example, shall we take a conductor here? I will take a conductor, that conductor having different area cross section at every point. Listen here, what happens? If it is a conductor like this. This is the conductor. This conductor has a different area cross section. Different area cross section. Right thing? Then look at me. To the one end we want to apply the positive terminal and to other end we want to apply the negative terminal. Right? How the electrons are moving in this conductor? In this direction electrons are moving. How to take the direction of electric current? Direction of electric current is opposite to direction of motion of electrons by convention. This electric current is the same at a different area cross section. I mean, no matter whatever shape, whatever size of the conductor, at every point in the conductor, electric current is same. That's why this electric current is a characteristic property of the whole conductor, not characteristic property of point within the conductor. That's why this electric current is a macroscopic quantity, not microscopic quantity. Right? This is what the concept of electric current and how to take the assign it along with, you can write the dimensional formula also. Look at me here. How to take from this you can write the dimensional formula. Current equal to charge equal to what? Charge is equal to ampere into current time. Then again it is T. What is the dimensional formula for the current? For current you can take the dimensional formula is ampere. Dimensional formula for electric current is ampere. After this, we need to study two more concepts. One is relaxation time and second one is the drift velocity. Relaxation time and the drift velocity. Let us see those concepts. The relaxation time and the drift velocity. Students, in metallic conductors, the electrons are everywhere of the order 10 raised to 28 meter cube. I mean per meter cube, the free electrons in the conductor are of the order 10 raised to 28 meter cube per meter cube. See here, these free electrons or conduction electrons inside the conductor, they are everywhere moving randomly with high speed due to their thermal energy. I mean, at room temperature, due to room temperature, these free electrons are moving with high speed of the order 10 raised to 5 meter per second. But on an average, the average velocity of these free electrons moving inside the conductor is zero. How the situation is that? Look at me. I will take a conductor here. This is a metallic conductor. In this metallic conductor, all the electrons are in the state. They are moving randomly everywhere. How the free electrons are available? These are nothing but the number of free electrons. Number of free electrons. These free electrons are moving with a high speed due to their thermal energy. I mean, due to the room temperature, these electrons are moving randomly everywhere. Everywhere they are moving. As a result, the thermal speed of these electrons, thermal speed of these free electrons of the order 10 raised to 5 meter per second. Average speed is of the order 10 raised to 5 meter per second, but average velocity of these free electrons are zero. Average velocity of these free electrons are zero, but not the speed. Listen to me. When potential difference is applied to this conductor, all the free electrons are moving opposite to direction of electric field. As soon as the charges are moving opposite to direction of electric field, they collide again and again with positive ions present inside the conductor. What happens here? It is only in absence of electric field, but when electric field is applied by applying potential difference, all the electrons get collide with the positive ions again and again, and all the electrons are moving opposite to direction of electric field. How situation possible? Look at me here. Shall I take? This is the conductor. Right. These are nothing but the positive ions. These are the positive ions. Right? This is the electron conductor. Positive means the atoms inside the conductor. When potential difference is applied to this conductor, this is the potential difference. Whenever potential difference is applied, this much potential difference applied, electric field is set up. Electric field is set up in the conductor. This electric field exerts force on the charge, force on the electron. As a result, this electron moving like this in fashion. When electrons are moving, it can collide with the positive ions. It slows down. Again, after getting energy by electric field, again this charge is moving like this. Again collide with positive ion. Again this charge is coming. Again collide with positive ion. Again getting energy by this electric field. This charge is moving like this. Finally, how the charge is moving at the end of the conductor? At the end of the conductor, charge is moving like this. In presence of electric field, the charge collide again and again with the positive ions. As a result, the charge may be moving like this inside the conductor. Finally, the charge reaches to one end to another end of the conductor. When charge gets collide, it moves with the average velocity. Finally, this charge particle, it goes like this and it may move with the average velocity. That velocity we are calling drift velocity. And when electrons are moving from one point to another point, they get collide with the positive ions. When they get collide positive ions, we are defining the relaxation time. Let us define relaxation time. What is the relaxation time? Look at me here. The electrons beginning from this point, it get collide with the one positive ions. Again get collide with the positive ions. See here, relaxation time is the average time interval of two successive collision of free electrons with the positive ions in presence of external electron. What is the relaxation time? Relaxation time is the average time interval between two successive collision of free electrons with positive ions in metallic conductor. I mean, how much time is taken for two average collision of electrons with positive ions? This time we are calling relaxation time. How it is? The average time interval between two successive collision of free electrons with positive ions. That time we are calling relaxation time. And this relaxation time can be represented by tau. It can be represented by tau. And this relaxation time is very smaller. This time is of the order 10 raised to minus 14 seconds. How much it is? Time is very smaller. And of the order 10 raised to minus 14 per second. Look at me, students. This realization time, it depends on temperature. If temperature increase, then the free electrons are moving very fast. As a result, they collide only with the positive ions. I mean, when temperature increase, the time of collision of free electrons with the positive ion is decreased. That's what, as the time increase, this realization time is decreased. Decrease means when temperature increase, all the electrons they moving very fast and they get collide with the positive ions. During fast collision, time is decreased. That's what the realization time decreases with increase in temperature. As the temperature increase, the realization time is decreased. But see here, after collision of free electrons with the positive ions, all the electrons are moving the opposite direction of electric field with an average velocity. Actually, how the electrons are moved in presence of electric field? Look at me. Electrons are moving like this. They get collide, slow down, again moves. Again get collide, again move like this. On an average, all the electrons are moving opposite direction of electric field. By what speed move actually? Look at me. How the electrons are moving from one end of the conductor to another end of the conductor by colliding with the positive ions. See here, when electric field is applied, all the free electrons they can move like this with an average velocity. This velocity we are calling drift velocity. Here, what is the drift velocity? Drift velocity is the average velocity with which electrons are drifted in presence of external electric field. What is the drift velocity? Drift velocity is the average velocity with which electrons are drifted in metallic conductor in presence of electric field. That speed we are calling average speed, or we are calling drift velocity of the free electrons inside the conductor. See here, this is drift velocity and the realization time. Both have some relation. You can see the next concept. The expression for drift velocity of the free electron in the conductor, or the relation between drift velocity and realization time. Relation between drift velocity and realization time. Let us see that. See here. Shall we take the relation between drift velocity relation between drift velocity and the realization time. Realization time. Look at this guys. How to obtain this relation? To obtain this relation, let us take a metallic conductor, and in this metallic conductor a potential difference applies. See here. Shall we take this the metallic conductor of uniform cross section or non-uniform cross section, doesn't matter. You can take anyone. This is the metallic conductor. When potential difference is applied, this is the potential difference. When potential difference is applied, electric field is set up in the conductor. Right? Due to this electric field, all the free electrons they move at average velocity. This velocity we are calling vector velocity. Right? If velocity is in this direction, what is the direction of electric current? This is the direction of electric current. Right? Look at me. When free electrons are moving in opposite direction of electric field, this electric field experience force. This electric field experience force on the moving charge. Actually, what charges are moving? This much charges are moving. Right around. See here. What is force experienced by electric field on the moving charge? On the moving charge, force experience F is equal to Q into E. That is E into capital E. What is E? Charge on the electron. But I will take the negative sign here. So what is negative sign? Negative sign indicates the charges are flowing opposite to direction of electric field. Right? But according to Ohm, according to Newton's second law, how to write? F is equal to m into A. Right? Compare these two forces. How to write? M into A equal to minus E into capital E. Writing A equal to minus E into capital E divided by m value. What is small e? Charge of the electron. What is capital E? Amount of electric field. Then what is m here? M is represent mass of the electron, mass of the moving electron. See here. Shall we call? This is equation number 1. But we know that V equal to U plus kT. Right? Initially the charge is at rest position. Then the velocity is replaced by drift velocity. Right? Then the time is replaced by realization time. How? Because what time is the realization time is there and drift speed is there, drift velocity is there. Then see here, how to write? V is replaced by dv, dv is 0 plus how much? A into tau. Or directly, how much is drift velocity available? Vd is equal to A into tau. Equation 2. Writing. Put equation 1 into what you will get? V of d equal to A. A how much? Minus E into capital E divided by tau. In magnitude, how to take? In magnitude, the drift velocity is small e capital E tau divided by how much? M value. Right? This is what? Relation between drift velocity and realization time, or expression for drift velocity of the free electron inside the conductor. Remember students here, small e, capital A and M, all of the constant. Because E represents charge of the electron, capital E represents amount of electric field, M represents mass of the electron. Here what is the variable? The drift velocity is directly proportional to realization time. When the time is increased when the temperature is decreased, or when temperature increase, the realization time is decreased. I mean, the realization time is inversely proportional to temperature. Drift velocity is a temperature dependent quantity, and on an average at the room temperature, this drift velocity is of the order 10 raised to minus 4 to 10 raised to minus 5 meter per second. How much it is? Of the order 10 raised to minus 4 to 10 raised to minus 5 meter per second. This drift velocity not depends on only temperature, but it also depends on the amount of electric field. As the amount of electric field is increased, right, and temperature decrease, then you can say the drift velocity of the moving electron can be increased. So let us see the further concepts. Thank you.